And I'm also joined by Sardar Yusuf Shah and Yana Mir from United Kingdom. A very warm welcome to both of you. But let me go across to Yana Mir, who joins me from UK. Very warm welcome to you, Yana, senior anchor from Bharat Express. Yana, very forceful speech in the UK Parliament.
Yes, and I think it was about time that someone gave that keynote. Someone addressed the UK Parliament and told the people here that the Indian Muslims are in fact safe and in fact free in our country, safe enough and free enough that we don't need to take refuge out here. We can come here as tourists and spend a lot of money shopping around, but we don't need to come here and be refugees in your country. And I think what I said was important from the point of view that there are refugees who come into this country from Pakistan and other such disturbed areas. They come here citing that they want to do something for the women who can't get education in Pakistan and Afghanistan because of radical Islamist societies. But after coming here, instead of focusing, after coming here, winning Nobel Prizes and getting millions of pounds and dollars to raise funds, to do something for the education of Muslim women in radicalized Islamist areas, instead of doing that and focusing on that, what they do is they become toolkit gang members and they take money separately to defame India.
Yana, what is that? Yana,
there are many like that.
Is this a narrative issue? To build a narrative to see Kashmir from that age-old perspective, as if nothing has changed. There is timelessness there.
But that is our fault. Why do we keep on defending Kashmir every time? Why, like the G20 has happened, the world has seen what Kashmir is and how it's advancing ahead. The people and the state itself, and we're even getting ready for elections. Now the Supreme Court has given orders that we're going to have our elections, inshallah, by September 2024, and that should happen. The delimitation is already in place, and the reservation reorganization bill's passed, and there is just nothing that Kashmir is lacking right now. Why are we even giving explanations? We should be, in fact, doing a reverse psychology tactic, and we should be pointing fingers and asking Pakistan why the people of part of Akand Bharat, which is POJK, occupied by Pakistan right now, why the people there are suffering, why human rights violations there, why no food to eat, no electricity, despite taking all the electricity from generated from their rivers, but they don't get electricity.
Okay, I think there's a bit of a problem. I think she made a very strong point. Sajjad Yusuf Shah, she used the word Akand Bharat. Sajjad, she used the word Akand Bharat, Yana, unapologetically. उन्होंने अखंड भारत की बात की अनअपॉलोजेटिकली. लगता है हमारी आवाज नहीं पहुंच पा रही. रूबल, would you like to respond to it?
Well, I have always said that you don't need
no, but she used the word Akhand Bharat. Akhand Bharat.
Yes, but we've always believed in Akhand Bharat, and to get certificates and credit statements from outside the world that how people are treated in our country is something we need to stop, because people sitting outside India are criticizing India than the reality on ground. A lot of people come to me and say, ma'am, you are a Sikh, a family girl, you support Hindus, you support Muslims, there's everybody who's working with you. What do you say? You don't think Muslims are not given this right, Sikhs are ill-treated this way? I tell them, you know what, sitting outside India, you are talking about how people are treated here. Why don't you come on ground with me and come and see the way they live? We've never had a division of Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai ever. We have almost 2 million people working with us in our organization across India. We have never sat and discussed Hindu, Muslim. We've only sat about, we have already spoken about children education, how our women can come forward and work, how they can become Atmanirbhar. So where is this question coming?
Okay.
So Yana, that is why I said that we should not compare ourselves to somebody else.
Fair enough. Yana, how has Kashmir changed economically, socially in last 4 or 5 years? Can you unmute yourself? Yana, can you unmute yourself? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So self-employment, for example, in Kashmir is on the rise. 257,000 MSME registrations, out of which 51,000 are women. Women who were, stigmatized to the extent that they never even used to take selfies at one point of time. You now find them rapping around in the streets of Kashmir. You see Har Ghar Tiranga. You see the record number of tourists coming into the valley. You see how militant recruitment has stopped. You see how the production and export of Kashmiri handicrafts, you talk about shawls or carpets or whatever, that's doubled from 5 billion to 11 billion in just one financial year, 2022-23. When you see how the production of saffron has doubled, more than doubled, we've crossed like 15 metric tons. So I think on the whole, Kashmir's economy is there for everyone to see, and I think it's about time we should stop defending Kashmir all the time, and it's time that we start the attacking tactics and we start speaking for the people of POJK, who are also part of Jammu and Kashmir.
In context, the last time I went there, I met rappers. I met a girl. She was like a very famous Kashmiri rapper. I met people, who were into the different, I would say, some were antique makers. There is an explosion of different professions in Kashmir, which I, as a journalist, did not see that in late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, they're
even.
into
So,
chocolate
different
making.
professional
They're
feats have
also
happened.
into tattoo parlors, which is considered haram. They're opening makeup salons. All these things that were considered haram, and also women were not allowed to take part in sports. And now we have Kashmiri girls like Sadia Tariq and Tajamul Islam winning gold medals for India when they go to play in overseas tournaments. We have sports women like them, and so things have it's a whole new different Kashmir now. It's just like any other state. In fact, I would say it's the most peaceful state in India. It's the most peaceful place in India right now. It's not yet a state yet. We're still waiting for restoration of statehood, but it's the most peaceful region in India right now. If you see what's going on in West Bengal or in Haryana or Haldwani or wherever, when you see Kashmir is just so peaceful.
Yeah, Yana, in your personal life journey, how have you seen changes happening which have touched you? Because last time when I was there, I met people who were into pottery. I met people who had their own coffee shops with books. As I said, I met a very young girl, I think somewhere before Kangan, she was, her father was working in RR camp, and she's a rapper now, some footballers. And I suddenly realized that, and then there were people working with this restoration of the Kashmiri, the old Kashmir, and I suddenly realized that not only, and I saw multi-story buildings. People used to say Kashmir only has houses. On the way to airports, you have now multi-story buildings, new hospital in Kashmir, and I suddenly realized.
So now I'll just tell you that my personal, what I noticed on a personal level is that. So Kashmir is no more the place where, parents are afraid that, our son's gone to college. What if he gets into wrong company? What if he gets into drugs? Or what if he gets into militancy? No. It's like now Kashmir does not belong to stone pelters and all these people, druggies who used to pelt stones and give anti-India statements in the press for 500 rupees a day. Kashmir doesn't belong to them anymore. Kashmir belongs to the youth that wants to contribute to the world, that wants to show their talent to the world, that wants to be involved in nation building. That's what the new Kashmir is.